Forest Green 1, Notts County 0. What a way to end the season.
Yeah, I think, like I spoke to you before the game, this is the way that we wanted it to go out. Game plan worked well, loads of really good chances despite going in 0-0 at half time, and the disappointing part of it is that we haven't managed to do that over enough games this season to make the season look better than it turned out.
Because you really did work to stay in it, didn't you? Notts County had a lot of possession early on, as you knew they would, and yeah, the organisation, the shape, how pleasing was that?
Yeah, look, it's what we expect from them every week, and sometimes it doesn't quite go that way for one reason or another, whether that's the opposition or ourselves, and we probably have to look at ourselves more across the season. But we showed today again that there's enough, there should have been enough there to keep us in the division, and for one reason or another it just hasn't panned out that way.
And I guess that's a bittersweet moment, but in terms of today, I mean, you look at someone like Don Bernard coming into the defence, didn't look out of place at centre half, even though, you know, predominantly most people would say he's more a fullback.
Yeah, look, but he's an experienced Forest Green player first and foremost, and he's had a lot of games across the league as well with us, and again, it's what we expected of him to do that. Look, it's great that we've signed off on a win today, with the majority of being really, really good performers on the pitch as well. So there's nobody out there, like the changes we made was much to give lads an opportunity to get on and say their goodbyes and have a go for the team. And but like I say, look, it's been a good day all around.
And talking of the goal, how much did the manager play a part in that as well? Because Notts County were down to 10 men, trying to get a sub on, but they didn't kick the ball out, and he just told the players, right, now go, and you put the pressure on.
Yeah, I think that's like Steve, the gaffer's always like full pedal down, pressing, trying to get everybody to go as quick as they can and try to seize those opportunities, whether that's against 10 or against 11. That's the way he wants to play, and that's the heart that he has in him, that he is 100% regardless, that we got to go try to get some wins and capitalise on those opportunities.
Do you know if he's claiming the assist?
Probably.
And you know, Charlie McCann, 2 goals in 2 games for him as well, so it just shows, you know, sort of the ability and the stickability that he's had. You know, someone who difficult first half of the season with the club, but you know, we've really seen a lot more of him this season, haven't we?
Yeah, and I think there's probably even more in Charlie to come. Hopefully it's with us, and he can play a big part in us climbing out of the division next year and getting back to this level, because this is ultimately where, maybe not where we want to be, but certainly it's a stepping stone where we want to get up to the leagues.
I know you said it didn't matter so much not finishing bottom today, but at one point it looked like you weren't going to finish bottom, and then Sutton have gone and got an equaliser in stoppage time at MK Dons 4-4 there, so it sounds like a crazy game. Does that detract at all from today, of actually doing the job that you've done here today?
No, because I think it's more about the people within the confines of the stadium today saw what we produced. I know people look at a league table wherever they are in the country or wherever they are in the world, but actually what we wanted to do today was to perform within the 4 sides of this ground, and I think we did that.
What happens now in terms of the processes going into next season? I mean, I guess, you know, are there reviews that have to take place, player reviews? Do you have individual meetings with players? How does it work?
I think every club will have a similar but maybe slightly different structure. When we found ourselves in the position that we're in over the last few weeks, we've already started that process in terms of looking down the road about what we're going to do, who might want to leave, who will leave, so on and so forth. But look, that'll take place over the coming weeks.
And in terms of announcements, have you any idea when anything will become public? Bearing in mind some work's happened already. I mean, do you expect it to be swift? Does it need to be a swift process? Look,
I think with the errors that have been made over the last couple of years, I don't think anybody's going to be in a rush to do anything, because we really, really have to make sure that we get it right. And nobody's going to be jumping the gun or getting overexcited. I'm sure some players who are under contract are going to have options. Some players who are out of contract may have options, may have no options, and all those sort of scenarios will be explored by the gaffer and the chairman above. And then it's just a case of making sure that we don't end up in a similar position again.
And within that, how important is stability? Because if you look at transfer windows, so often in transfer windows there's been changes of head coach, manager. I think Rob Edwards in 2022, January 2022, was the last head coach to actually survive a full transfer window at Forest Green, which just shows you, you know, why change has been so disruptive for Forest Green.
I think the gaffer probably provides that experience and the ability to provide stability for this football club. And And I go back to not rushing the process, being clear on what we got, making sure that we attract the right people and then the right players then as well. And that's just going to something that's going to work its way out. I don't think there's going to be any announcements of new signings or people leaving immediately. I don't think it'll just be a case of, okay, let's figure out where we are, let's organise what next season looks like in terms of budgets and stuff that goes on way above my level, and then start building a plan from there.
And the fans have stuck with the players today. They've cheered every last one of them off. How much does that help just give an air of optimism going into next season?
But this is the type of club that we are. You know, like a couple of years ago we got promoted to League One, and for what is essentially like a village team to do so well, to get up to that point, it's a reflection of the people around us, really. And that's the sad bit. You know, we probably overachieved, we climbed up the leagues. Okay, we come back down to League Two, and then this year's been an overall disappointment. But what we hope to do is that when we come back and we bounce back into this division, that we're going to be better equipped to go up another level again, and then hopefully stay there.